Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stir the COCO, episode 3. I am so glad you're here, and we have a great show for you today. First of all, I want to thank you all, those that are listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you want to see the video version, hop on over to YouTube to POSHTEACHER, and you'll see the podcast, Stir the COCO. Would love for you to subscribe and give us some love. Well, here we go. Today's lesson is related to books and reading. And first of all, a lot of great studies have been made of why reading and writing is very good for you. But then on top of that, why reading and writing is good for you when you do that in another language. And that is what is really fascinating about this concept. So first of all, when you are reading in a different language, your brain is doing a huge task, a huge learning task. So it is a tremendous exercise for the brain. Here's an example. For example, they say Chinese people have different brain mapping than, for example, someone from an English person. It is because of script reading and language. So reading and writing in different languages increases our cognitive ability, and it develops the brain. Because if you think about it, reading and writing is not a natural trait. We acquire this after birth. And so this is something that is a learned trait. And when you throw in doing this in a language that's not your own, or even your own, you're already stimulating the brain. You're creating cognitive stimulus. So reading and writing in a different language requires cognitive effort, and it includes language comprehension, vocabulary recall, grammar usage, and all this helps stimulate and exercise the brain. And this leads to, well, improving your cognitive skills, such as your language proficiency, your memory, even critical thinking. And so all these things are amazing. So since we are here talking about Espanol, this is something that you might want to do is go to your public library. And I'm going to insert a clip that shows me at my public library, and you can see what amazing resources you can find in other languages. Hi everyone, I'm at the library, and one way to learn how to speak the language is by reading books. And here I am in the Spanish section. It's so exciting. Let me grab one and show you. Here we go. How cute is this? Salí de paseo. So this is a great way to improve your Spanish or any language skills is by reading. And I'm going to grab a few of these books. Let me just show you a couple others. So look at that. Dog perros. Oh, how cute. And then they have, oh my goodness, so many. I'm so excited. Look how pretty this cover is. Los contrarios, the opposites. So this is a great way to learn. Go to your public library, and this one amazing. There's Italian, there's Greek, there's Romanian. Fabulous. Great way to practice your foreign language. So I'm going to grab a few Libros books. Libros are books. So yeah, look at this. Take advantage of your public library. There's so many great things. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And let me share with you, first of all, when I went to my library the other day, I saw a sign that said, if you want to make your library card, update it and pick a cuter one, basically, you can get one instantly. And being POSHTEACHER, anything posh, I'm there. And look at my new card. I mean, it is adorable. It's got flowers and hearts, and then there's a book underneath. It is beautiful. Way better than my old card that just had the name of the library on it and maybe a little tiny logo. This one is a posh library card. So you might want to check out and see if your library has some posh cards so you can update the look of your library card. So I am obsessed with this library card. I even showed my students today. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at my new library card. And then, so I walked into my library and I went straight to the children's section. And I looked at the Libros. That is the word for books in Spanish. So everybody ready? Libros. Okay? Remember, we start with a fake smile. Libros. And then end with a duck face. Libros. So I grabbed a few Libros and look what great books I found. So first of all, I'm going to show you this one first because this might bring back memories for you. Or maybe you read this to your children right now. It's Buenas noches, Luna. And translation, Good Night Moon. I mean, a classic. And I have it in Spanish. And this would be a great way to practice your Spanish is reading children's books. First of all, a few things because it has graphics. It's colorful, and usually there's not tons of sentences on a page, so it's not as stressful to read. And you know what? With one of the courses that I teach, I have a nurse, and she said that she reads to the babies. She's in the NICU. And I just think that's so special. And after our class, she's like, I'm going to go get these books in Spanish. And so she's been reading Spanish books to those adorable little babies in the NICU. God bless them. So they are getting exposure to Espanol at a very young age. Here's another one that might bring back some memories is La Oruga Muy Hambrienta, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And some of these books have Spanish and English. So that is also a great books to get if they have it in Spanish and English. So you can read the Spanish and then switch on over and take a peek to read what you just, to understand what you just read in Spanish. And again, these are just great. You can read them to your family members or just to yourself, to your dog. Sit and read a book. I saw something the other day. I mean, there's someone that has a dog and they love story time. So, hey, that is just a wonderful option. Here's another one that's called Frida, and it's a counting book. So you can work on your numbers and colors. So again, a multitude of libros. And let's work on a phrase that I think is an adorable phrase. When someone is a bookworm, we call them a ratón de biblioteca. Let's try that. So if you want to say, I am a bookworm, which means you like to read a lot, which is an amazing thing to do, then you would say, soy un ratón de biblioteca. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. Soy, which means I am, soy, all right. Ratón de biblioteca. Soy ratón de biblioteca. That's a mouthful, but you know what? You're going to get that. You're going to get that. And I love that phrase because it has a lot of great sounds, great vowels. It's really good for your pronunciation. So let's go over that again. So if you want to say, I am a bookworm, soy ratón de biblioteca. Beautiful. You sound amazing. Now I'm going to teach you, let's go read. So you're a bookworm, and so you're going to promote it to everyone, and you're going to be like, hey, everyone, let's go read. So here it is. And the first word of this phrase you might recognize from Dora the Explorer. I think she says that. Vamos a leer. And that means let us go read. So you walk into the room and you're like, okay, kids, let's go read. Go pick out a book. Here we go. Vamos a leer. And say it with emphasis because reading is so good for you, so good for your brain. And like I said, reading in another language is even an added plus. Your brain will love this. This is like the best exercise you can do to your brain is reading in a foreign language. So let's go over our words. Now remember from last time, I call it Los Siete. I really like to stick to 7 to 10 words that we do here on Stir the COCO because to stir the COCO and make it really learn and absorb, 7 to 10 words is what your COCO loves. So let's go over. We learned one word and 2 phrases. So let's go over our first word, the word for books, Libros. Libros. That means books. Okay. And the second one is the phrase. If you want to say, I am a bookworm, soy ratón de biblioteca. Excelente. Good job. And our last one, everybody, definitely, you need to go to your library. Let's go read. Vamos a leer. Well, those are our words for today. I'll say them a little faster because I know you're going to get to that point and you're going to be able to say these words so fast. So here we go. Libros, books. Soy ratón de biblioteca. I'm a bookworm. And let's go read. Vamos a leer. You did awesome today. And oh, by the way, if you were noticing here, how cute. I'm obsessed with Hello Kitty, as you know. And this is my water bottle for today. So just took a sip. I love Hello Kitty. This water bottle has a whole bunch of graphics of Hello Kitty. And I don't know, just things taste better when I have, or look better when I have my Hello Kitty stuff. Well, I am so glad that you stopped in today. I think your brain is going to love this. So go, vamos a leer. Let's go read. Go to your public library. It's great to support also your public library. And go check out the kids section and ask for where all their foreign language books are. And you are going to love it. I mean, I grabbed, what do I have here? 4 books today. And I'm just obsessed. And literally, I'll just read them for mental exercise. And you're going to feel great. Well, thank you for stopping in. I hope you'll give us some love on, either Spotify, Apple, iTunes, or YouTube. Come check out the video. And I'll catch you next time. Adios.